Chapter 4 of Squiggle Squirrel Self-Control Suitcase. Story and pictures by Cathy and video and special effects by Roger. Now there remained only 5 days until the red letter day. Squiggle's father needed help reconstructing a part of their nest that had blown down due to a gusty wind. Squiggle liked it when his dad asked him for help, but usually he would not pay attention and either end up making a mess or being told to go help his mother. This time was different. He looked at his dad and listened to the directions. Squiggle worked with his father the whole time until the job was finished. He could hardly wait to tell his grandmother. When Squiggle got to Grandma Sally's, he blurted out everything he did with his dad. Unfortunately, she had a friend over, and they were talking. Being a very patient squirrel, his grandma told her friend goodbye, whispering something in her ear, then turned towards Squiggle. "I see it's time you opened the suitcase." When he looked at her, he noticed she did not have her usual happy smile, and listening to her voice, he could tell she was very serious. Squiggle opened the case, pushed the button, lifted the nut, and read the word mouth. Grandma Sally did not have to explain this one. He knew he had not had self-control over his mouth. He had burst into her home and started blabbing without even noticing that she was talking to a friend. He did not look or listen. Grandma's expression lightened as she could see that her grandson understood. "I think you're starting to get the idea. Tell me what you're thinking," she said. "Well," Squiggle began, "if I had used my eyes to look, I would have seen that you had a friend over. If I'd used my ears to listen, I would have heard that you were talking to her. Then I could have told my mouth to be quiet and wait." Grandma Sally held her finger to her mouth, making the familiar sign for quiet. Squiggle immediately imitated the motion. "That's a good start," said his grandma. "Your mouth is not just for making noise. Sometimes your mouth needs to not make noise, to be quiet, not interrupt. Other times your mouth can be used to talk nicely, to answer questions, to offer help, or even just smile. When your eyes, ears, and mouth work together, you are well on your way to having self-control." After that, they used their mouths to have a tasty snack of acorn nut juice. See you next time for Chapter 5.